Hey guys, I just wanted to do a really quick video. I'm going to overview what I am planning to do this school year. Don't take it as 100% as this is what we're going to do each and every day of the school year, because even I know this is like totally, it's wishful thinking that that's going to happen. So anyways, but I always like to plan and then I can just kind of figure it out, as we go, and I can add things or subtract things. Usually that's how it goes. I plan way too much and then we start the school year and I'm just like, wow, there are not enough hours in the day to do what I've planned. So anyways, if you've watched any of my previous homeschooling videos, you know that I do classical conversations, and so this is our foundations guide. So this is like for elementary school, basically up through 6th grade, and we cover in this, there's a timeline, there's a history sentence per week, and there's 3 different cycles, and so history changes each cycle. So this year, this cycle is going to cover like basically, creation or the beginning of time through the Middle Ages. And then cycle 2 covers the Middle Ages through European history, and then cycle 3, which is what we finished up last year, covers like Columbus through modern day. So anyways, that's kind of how it's broken up. So we do timeline, history, sentence, geography, English, math, Latin, science, and then there's like always a hands-on experiment every week, science experiment, which is different than like the science sentence that we do. And then it's broken up into 4 6-week sections. There is a drawing section, like how to draw. That's the first 6 weeks. There's a tin whistle music theory section. There is a famous artist section, and then there's a orchestra and composers section. So anyways, so it's kind of like everything in one. The only thing that we have to add is math and English. So just keep that, I try and keep that in mind as I'm planning, and I also want you to keep it in mind that our foundations guide is basically kind of, it covers everything we would need, and everything else is supplemental, minus the math and the English. So for math, did I bring it up? No. Okay, well, we use Math-U-See. I'll link all these below, so if you are interested in them, you can just click on a quick link. How about that? So anyways, we use Math-U-See, and we're just finishing up beta, and we're going to go into gamma. We're going to finish up beta as we begin the year, so I haven't ordered gamma yet. So that is our math curriculum, and it uses blocks for manipulatives, and so I really like that program, so we're going to stick with that again this next year. Okay, for English, I have gone over and over in my mind what I want to do, and this is where I've landed thus far. I love logic of English, and I am going to stick with that for my younger one. Oh, and by the way, my son is going into 3rd grade, and so this is for him. I might do a kindergarten one for my son a little bit later, what I'm going to cover with him, but a lot of it overlaps. I mean, I'm basically doing Math-U-See with him. For English, we're going to do logic of English. But for my 3rd grader, because classical conversations is set up in such a way that next year he will be in the essentials program, which is very, very heavy on diagramming sentences and writing and etc., etc. Sorry, the light's changing from my window. I can see it. I have decided to switch to Shirley English for my 3rd grader. So Shirley English is very much, it's just the English grammar part, basically. They do have writing in there, but it's more journalistic type, and I am not necessarily going to use their writing part. So I'm doing Shirley English for the grammar. I'm going to do Writing with Ease for the writing, I believe anyways. I'm going to try it. And then I'm going to use, here comes the sun. I'm going to use, and I don't have those 2 yet, I'm going to use All About Spelling for our spelling. Now this is level 1, I think I'm going to go back and see if there are any spelling facts. Sorry, my voice is kind of scratchy. I'm going to go back through this and see if there are any spelling facts that I need to go over that maybe Logic of English, we hadn't gotten to yet. But just, I looked over Logic of English, I looked over Shirley, and just for the direction that we're heading, if I wasn't doing CC and I was just going forward with English, I would definitely use Logic of English. But since we're going in a direct pattern towards essentials, that is my final decision on this. So yeah, so for English, grammar, Shirley. For spelling, all about spelling, and for writing, writing with ease. We'll see how this all plays out. It sounds like a lot to me, so once I see it and see how it goes and fits into our day, I haven't decided how I'm planning, like how I'm writing out my planning, because my son is going into 3rd grade. I'm hoping to have him do a little bit more independent things, so like a checklist type of deal. So that might change how I write my lessons. I'm not sure on that one yet, so that's still in progress. Okay, so that's that would be like our core curriculum right there. What I am going to try this year is, it's called Grapevine Studies, and it is, since we're starting at the beginning with our history, I'm going to do Creation to Jacob for our kind of, I don't know what you call it, religious study or Bible study. And basically what this Grapevine Study does, it has kids draw like stick figures basically, but draw shapes and stick figures and things like that to kind of remember, like draw their own timeline. So I have the teacher's guide here. I just bought downloads, and I bought one that just will have like a blank sheet like this that my older two will draw their own shapes in. And then for my 4-year-old, I actually bought the traceable version, download version, ebook, whatever you want to call it. And I bought that, and it already has all of these shapes on there, like in light gray, and then they trace over it with certain colors. So it's very simple, very easy, and I really like this because it's something that all of my kids can do. It kind of gives them some basic drawing practice, and I think it looks really good. She has a ton of different ones, and I'll link it below as well. And so yeah, you can just kind of choose whatever you want to study. And I think I was going to say something else about that, but yeah, I just really like that because I think it will fit well with my kids' ages and what we're going to do. My plan is to do that like at the breakfast table. Again, yeah, I really like to plan, but when it comes to actually doing it, it's always like, wow, that's not exactly what I thought would happen. So anyways, so that is kind of my religion part of it. And then the prescripts, this is also kind of a CC thing, a classical conversations thing. And this we did last year, and it's like, it was cursive, and so I might get the next book and have him practice his cursive in this. I'm not sure exactly how we'll do our cursive this year, but he's already kind of eased into it, so now we'll be doing a lot more writing this year, so I'm probably going to just have him learn cursive along with it. And then I bought this last year thinking we would do it, and it didn't happen. So I still have this Song School Latin, and this goes kind of along, we learn Latin in classical conversations. It has a fun CD, so I'm just hoping like maybe it's a once a week type of a thing. So I would like to supplement that in somehow. You're probably already like, whoa, lady, but again, like I said, I always plan way too much, and then I pare it down, scale it down to where we can actually get what we can get done in a day done. So anyways, and then for history, there's, I have like this is kind of my, maybe we'd call it my reading and activity plan, like everything that's outside of my core. I bought the Story of the World. I actually got this one given to me. This is the actual like history reading part. And then this is an activity book that I bought used. And so I'm really excited to maybe, throw this in every once in a while, even if we just get some read, that would be really cool. And we've listened to the CDs of this. And so that's kind of nice that my kids have heard it once. And then as we go through it this year and just read kind of what pertains to our actual, what we're learning in our foundations guide, like with our history, that kind of thing, then we can just read along like a chapter or two here and there. Then I also just bought some books off of Amazon that are going to just be kind of read-alouds, and we already actually started this one because it looked really good, and I sometimes like to read to my kids at night before bed. I mean, I try to always do that, but sometimes I'm like, just go to bed. Mommy needs to either go to bed or, yeah, do something where I don't have kiddos' voices in my ears. So anyways, this Detectives in Togas it looks like it's going to be a really good book. We're just like a chapter into it. So anyways, and then I bought these to go along with our history, what we're studying, like the early, creation on to the Middle Ages. So I don't know, we'll see how that all goes. Oh, and this one, yeah, this is different. But anyways, it kind of relates to our foundations and what we're studying for CC in this book. All of those books relate. So I'm not planning on reading these. I mean, this might be like all year that we get through these. I don't know. So anyways, that is, I think, all I was gonna tell you guys about. I know it looks like a lot. I will say most of these I bought used, secondhand, so I don't have all the prices on all of these. I will say the Grapevine Study, that has these like drawing pages, that we'll do. I bought the teacher's ebook, the student ebook, and the traceable ebook. So I bought 3 different things, and I think it was like $38. So, and then you have to print it all. But I'm excited to try that. I don't know how that will go, and I'm planning on taking it fairly slowly, just because my kids with drawing and things, that'll take a while anyways. So we might not even get through a full lesson. We might just get through part of a little bit and each day, and so just work through that. So I don't know if we'll get through it, maybe just in a year or in a school year. So anyways, that is what I have for now. I just thought I would share that with you. This is just my beginning kind of stages, and I really have debated all summer what I was going to do with our English. So it's really kind of nice to be confident in what I'm going to choose for English now, and feel like I can move forward with planning the rest of my school year. So anyways, if you have any questions, post them below, and I will try and answer them as best I can. Thanks.